perpetual war could go on and on and on. If we don't help humanitarian aid to the starving Palestinians in Gaza, hundreds of thousands will starve. And the border, everyone has said it's chaos. Well, Speaker, you just saw Speaker Johnson. He said it's chaos. We have to do something legislative a few months ago. But what has happened, in answer to your question, so this is crucial for America. It's a turning point. History is going to look over our shoulders and say, did we rise to the occasion? To his credit, Mitch McConnell did. But too many Republicans, including Speaker Johnson, are just scared to death of Donald Trump. Donald Trump has said he wants chaos. Donald Trump has said, well, wait till I become president. That'll take at least a year. Ukraine could be gone. The border will get much worse. War in the Middle East will get worse. Maybe bringing us into it. He's doing it all for political reasons. And let me just say, will senators, the crucial question, the $64,000 question, the majority of Republican senators know this bill is the right thing to do. It's a compromise. I don't like everything in it. Neither does McConnell. But it's a compromise. That's the only way you get things important done. And the Senate would prove that 2 years ago, not bipartisan legislation. And will the senators drown out the political noise from Trump and his minions and do the right thing for America? It's a crucial question. History is looking down on every one of us right now.
Shalom, give all praise, Yahweh Shumer, Shabbat Shumer, Kakadash. Honors to the elders, men in truth on down. Like-minded ones relating to this truth of knowledge. So we can know this truth of knowledge. And for why the Yahweh Shumer shall put in the spirit, elders, apostles, men in truth on down. Like-minded ones so we can know this truth of knowledge. Had the opportunity to know this truth of knowledge. Call Yahweh Shumer, Shabbat Shumer, Kakadash. Give all praise, Yahweh Shumer, Shabbat Shumer, Kakadash. That was Senator Chuck Shumer. Related, I believe, MSNBC report video. He's being interviewed on MSNBC relating to it's crucial that they pass a border bill. Otherwise, the video talk about on Twitter talk about he would threaten to send U.S. soldiers to fight Russia and Ukraine and Iran and different things if, pretty much extreme measures. So, some other reports. See, Biden urges Congress to pass a bipartisan immigration bill. And so they found some things they liked, some things they didn't like. A little bit of compromise, some things they didn't like in it. But they got to be able to pass it. That's the question. So, and that's what he was saying. He was pretty much saying go to extreme measures if bill ain't passed, man. Let's go. Biden urges Congress to pass bipartisan immigration bill. Says Republicans are caving to Trump's demands. So they fear Trump, man. That's what he was saying, man. Biden urges Congress to pass a border security, foreign aid, blaming Trump for crumbling the GOP. The GOP, they're afraid of Trump, man. In a matter of speaking, man. And like I said earlier, man, they just really don't want to pass the bill, man. They don't like it, man. It's politicized, or it's very political related to this border bill, man. So they really don't want to pass it, man. Show little courage. Biden attacks Republicans for caving to Trump. U.S.-Mexican border security bill. Senators, Republicans, bipartisan bill. Senate Republicans bipartisan border security bill, declaring it dead. So pretty much they cut it up, man. They ain't going nowhere, McConnell says bipartisan bill has no chance to become a law. So, like I said, it's not gonna move anywhere, man. It's a very political issue. They politicize it very much, So, it ain't going nowhere, man. Republicans line up to sink Senate border bill negotiated by one of their own. Biden blames Trump for helping a torpedo border bill. So pretty much, Trump is blamed for sending our torpedo to blow up the bill. You know what I mean? In a matter of speaking, man. You know what I mean? Congress in chaos over a border bill in Israel, Ukraine. Because a lot of money, if you're in that video, there's a lot of money that needs to be funded. Humanitarian aid, different money, millions and millions of dollars to different functions relating to what is needed. You know what I mean? So, what the border bill would and wouldn't do. So some like some of it don't. You know what I mean? But Chuck Shumer said at least it was somewhat of a compromise, man. Now it's a matter of them being persuaded to pass it, man. Being convinced and persuaded to pass it. And that's what he worries about. So he even take extreme measures relating to that. You know what I mean? Scripture talks about be not ignorant of anything great or small, man. 5:15 of Sirach, man. The border bill supporters combat misleading claims that it will let in more migrants. So we got here. What is the new border bill? Will propose once illegal border crossing reach a certain threshold, the Department of Homeland Security, which is DHS, would be required to exercise a new emergency authority that bars migrants, except unaccompanied minors, from crossing the border between ports of entry. That was 9 hours ago. That was CNN.com. So they unveil $118 billion border bill on the border, security aid for Ukraine and different things, and also for Israel. Because if not, Ukraine will collapse. Israel won't fulfill their objective. You know what I mean? Without the assistance and support of different things. You know what I mean? So. Some more reports. These are various reports. Wall Street Journal, Economist, Texas Tribune. What else? AB News, which is Associated Press, and you have CBS. Yeah, YouTube. So that'll be the H.R. 2100, 18th Congress, 22324, relating to the Border Act bill. Border Act security bill. Okay. Matthew's 12 and 25, 26. Because the revised plebeian patricians, aka Democrats and Republicans, they're divided, man. You know what I mean? Matthews 12, 25, and 26. And Yahushua knew their thoughts, which the thoughts goes the imagination. Part of that imagination is the thoughts, man. Tainted to the mind. And he said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, So it's gonna be in ruin, man. A divided kingdom, man. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. It's gonna fall, man. It's gonna collapse. It's gonna fall. If it's divided, it will fall, man. And if Satan cast out Satan against Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? It's not going to stand, man. If they're divided against themselves, fighting against one another, they're going to fall, man. They're going to fall. Their system's going to collapse. Their rulership's going to collapse. Everything's going to collapse. Continue on. All right, 17 and 18. Let's go. But he, knowing their thoughts, saying to them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. It's going to fall, man, because they're divided, man. If Satan also be divided against himself, Satan versus Satan, internally, externally, etc., how shall his kingdom stand? It's not going to stand. So if they're divided against themselves, they're going to fall, man. Their system is collapsing. That's what you're seeing, man. Because ye say that I cast out devils through Beelzebub. Go to Mark 3. It's 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that a kingdom cannot stand. So it's not going to stand if it's divided against itself. It's fighting internally, externally, with itself, relating to the ones in a position of power. And if the house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself, and that's what's happening, the powers are going against their own powers, man. And he be divided, he cannot stand but have what? An end. And his end is his power and rulership is going to fall, man. And that's what's happening, man. Oh, let me go to 27, I guess we get that. I'll read that one. And no man can enter a strong man's house and spoil his goods except he bind the strong man to pretty much take down that strong man. You know what I mean? Take him down, and he will spoil his house, man. Take him down, and pretty much take his possessions, man. You know what I mean? And that's what's going to happen when the Lord comes back, man. He's going to take the curse that covered the face of the whole earth. You know what I mean? Use the chariots in different forms of judgment. You know what I mean? He's going to go in the house of the thief that falsely swear by me. That's in Zechariah, the 5th chapter. So he's going to come in the house of the thief until it's consumed, man. And that's what's going to happen, man. Let me get 11. Let me see. 5 and 15. Go to Sirach 5 and 15. Or Ecclesiasticus. Or Sirach. So go to 5th chapter. KJV. be not ignorant of anything. Ignorant means in general, in great matter or small. Whether a great matter, it's a great matter. This relates to security, border security, and really security of the country, man. Or small, you know. So this is a major thing, man. It was a Jake on that video relating to one of the men in the truth, showing how angry he was that he has to bust his balls pretty much. 40-hour job. You know what I mean? These people who come in, they get all these different benefits and all these different things. But he been in here forever, stayed here, born here. He can't eat, you know, when he asks or tries to get it, it's like fighting for tooth and nail, man. You know what I mean? So he's fed up, man. You know what I mean? Scripture talks about Ecclesiastes 7:7 talks about oppression shall make a wise man mad, but a gift destroyeth the heart. Let me get it. So oppression is going to make a wise man mad. Even a wise man can be pushed to their point, man. Let me get that scripture. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression makes a wise man mad. That wise man is a man of discernment, wisdom, understanding. So even he can get mad. You know what I mean? So that can make oppression, being under subjection, subjugated. Yeah, it's going to make you mad, man. Scripture says, be angry but sin not. You know what I mean? So, but even a wise man has his point, or they would say breaking point to a point. Number 7. Here we go. Surely oppression make a wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart, which is the mind. So a gift. So these individuals coming in this country, they getting major gifts. You know what I mean? There were some that were getting prepaid cars. There were some that was getting free health care. There was some that's getting different things, man. That normal people who were here will fight tooth and nail to try to get, and sometimes don't get it, man. So that's why they're getting, you know, angry, man. You know what I mean? So let me see. There's a few other scriptures. Let me see. So talking about the border thing, that's a big issue, man. You know, that's a big issue. This is something short relating to that. I want to give all praise Yahweh Bashem Yoshai Bashem Kakadash. This is Zayah Wolf. I hope it helps in some way. Shalom.